Good morning. Euston, we have a problem, and you've probably noticed what that problem is. Nobody's watching my channel. I did a film the other day on Beetlejuice. I did it as a test because what I'm really interested in is in physics and UAP and weaponization. But maybe that's not a popular subject. Beetlejuice going supernova is super popular. Everybody who's done Beetlejuice films on YouTube get hundreds of thousands of views. And so I did one. My old face wasn't in it. It's new data from an astronomer, and there was fantastic graphics, bit of music, exactly what other channels are doing on YouTube, and 263 people watched it. Why? It doesn't make any sense with 100,000 subscribers. Forget it. You know, where are they? If you subscribe to a channel, why aren't you watching it? So I'm just fed up with YouTube. It's not working. Not only is it not earning any income, which is a kind of a minor point, I'm also not reaching an audience. As a filmmaker, talking about weaponization, talking about UAPs, talking about how physics is letting us down, and lots of other things. I might be talking about, I'm hoping to do a review of a 30mm laser cutter. I've just got a new tent for the forest that it's a tree tent. It's fantastic. Dorothy and I went camping on it the other night. A beautiful little film. And what's the point of me sharing it with YouTube? Now, there are some loyal viewers, and I really thank you. You are fantastic. And on average, I get a couple of thousand people over the life of a film who actually watch it. Why the other 100,000 subscribers don't watch it, I have no idea. But forget it. Because what works for me is Patreon. Patreon is advert-free and much better video quality. You know how Vimeo is better than YouTube? Sorry, YouTube. It is. It's not compressed. And I film in 4K with great audio. My background is an audio designer. And no adverts and early previews. As a patron, you get to suggest films, you get to work on early cuts, you give me feedback, you directly speak to me. Every Patreon has my email address and we actually communicate. The films are fantastic quality, great audio, and no adverts, and as soon as I make them, I post them to Patreon for early feedback, and they often do corrections before I get around to posting them to YouTube. And I interact with Patrons. If you are a Patreon, I really respect you. You get to speak to me directly. And every single film that is posted, you get not a push notification, not a ringing the bell. No, you're a patron. You get an email. Dear Steve, Simon has posted a new video. Here it is. Click. 4K. Excellent audio, no adverts. So for $1, which is just to unlock the club, you get all of this. You can obviously make a higher contribution if you want to support me, but I don't care. If I get a couple of hundred people supporting me with $1, that is fantastic. It's 100 times more than YouTube pay me. Plus, I'm reaching you. You, yeah, you. You know, who do watch my videos, and thank you very much. The rest, I'm just not interested in. And comments on YouTube are completely broken. You know, my day is filled with people making a cheeky, funny, we don't like the old professor, shut up, you muppet. I mean, honestly, that doesn't bring the full, it doesn't, honestly, that doesn't move things forward in the debate on modern UAP and weaponization and physics. You know, it's just a kind of stupid comment. Not so on Patreon. People actually work in industry. We share comments. They have great ideas for new films, and we actually interact. So why would it work for you? Well, if you want to support what I'm doing and are interested in my films and are the couple of thousand people who do regularly watch, where the rest are, I mean, I just don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that YouTube just don't like me or some other reason. But whatever it is, if you do regularly watch and enjoy my hopefully thought-provoking videos, become a Patreon because that unlocks a better picture quality, early access, great audio, and no adverts, and a one-to-one discussion with me and fellow patrons. It is a great system. And your $1 goes directly to me. Patreon make a small platform fee, but it's nothing. I mean, it's really nothing. A couple of hundred people sending me $1, $200 is 1,000 times more than YouTube. So let's look at this film, The Puppet Master Beyond the Veil. It's a good subject. It had Gary Nolan. It's about interdimensionality as a possible answer or to UAPs. And it got 5,000 views, which is about average for my channel. Two people overall. It got -2 subscribers, and the entire income for the film is €18. Uh, you know, €18 is just 18 Patreons. Well, if you did watch it, the 5,000 who did watch it, thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. And there were some good comments and lots of idiot comments. Please, please, if you like what I'm doing, just become a Patreon, because YouTube is broken for me for some reason. Either somebody is shadow blocking me or somebody doesn't like what I'm saying. Maybe I'm too close to the truth. What's coming up is amazing. I've been working with John Burris from the US Air Force, and we know really what happened at Rendlesham Forest. We know the full timeline. It started weeks before, it went on weeks after. It involved the State Department, the Foreign Office, that it was an actual project. It isn't a flying saucer from the planet Zog. It was actually a test, or actually it was a mission. And when we're ready with all our ducks in a row, we'll tell you really what happened. And it's really interesting because there's a lot of things like psychological warfare that went on, a lot of misinformation, a lot of people's minds were altered who now make up stuff which didn't actually happen because that's what they were told. The stories about the lighthouse, the SAS raid, and triangular craft in the forest, it's not actually what happened. What actually happened is fascinating, and who was involved, who, where, when, and why. It's just, we know the answers. It's so good. And it will only be on Patreon. I mean, it's just, I can't afford to have a couple of thousand people watch it on YouTube. It's not, as a filmmaker, it's not viable. So here's the link. There's a link in the description. If you're one of the couple of thousand, thank you, who regularly watch on YouTube, you need to become a Patreon. Then you get high quality, early access, great audio, and no adverts. How fantastic is that? And you get to talk to me and other Patreons directly. Thank you for your support. It's going to be the only way that I will continue. I will keep on posting films to YouTube, but I'm not interested in YouTube. The platform is broken. Patreon is the only thing that works. Sign up today. Thank you.